Hello everyone, and thank you for checking out my Blu-ray collection video. This is the first time I've ever done one of these, so it's going to be nice to finally get one of these up. This is my, alphabetized selection. I will be showing my Criterion collection, my Scream Factory collection, Arrow Video collection, and Disney Pixar as well. They're in different areas right now, so those will be in like separate little clips. Not going to talk too much about any of the titles, just going to kind of run through them. So yeah, here is kind of like my setup right here. And let's get to it.
10 Cloverfield Lane, 12 Years a Slave, 127 Hours, 2001: A Space Odyssey, The Act of Killing, The Addams Family, The Adventures of Tintin, Akira, the Alfred Hitchcock Masterpiece Collection. This has 15 films, includes Rear Window, Psycho, Vertigo, North by Northwest, The Birds, among others. Alice in Wonderland, Alice in the Looking Glass, Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, Alien vs. Predator and Alien vs. Predator Requiem, All Quiet on the Western Front, The Amazing Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, American Beauty, American History X, A History of Violence and True Romance, the American Pie films. I got the first one, the second one, American Wedding and American Reunion, American Psycho, An American Werewolf in London, The Amityville Horror, Animal House, Apocalypse Now, Apollo 13, The Assassination of Jesse James by the Coward Robert Ford, Attack the Block, The Aviator, Awakenings, Bachelor Party, Babes in Toyland, The Back to the Future Trilogy, Backdraft, Basket Case 2, Basket Case 3, Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises, Batman v Superman, Batteries Not Included, Battle Royale, Beat Street, Bedknobs and Broomsticks, Beetlejuice, Better Off Dead, Beverly Hills Cop, Big, The Big Lebowski, Biodome, Biohazard. This one's actually signed by the director, Fred Olen Ray. Birdman, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Blade Runner, Blue Thunder, Blood Diner, The Blob, the remake, Blue Valentine, Blue Velvet, Body Bags, The Boondock Saints, Boys in the Hood, Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, Weird Science, Breakin' and Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo, Bronson, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Burn After Reading, Cabin Fever, Cabin in the Woods, Caddyshack, Cannibal Ferox, Cannibal Holocaust, Can't Hardly Wait, Cape Fear, Martin Scorsese's Cape Fear, Captain America Civil War, Carlito's Way, Casablanca, Casino, Casper, Castaway, Castle in the Sky, Chappie, Children of the Corn, Chopping Mall, Christine, the original Christmas Classics Collection, Christmas Evil, A Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, Cinema Paradiso, City of the Living Dead, Class of Nukem High, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, A Clockwork Orange, Commando, Cloverfield, Clown, Coming to America, Cosmopolis, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Creepshow, Creepshow 2, Crystal Lake Memories, Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Curtains, Dallas Buyers Club, Dark Angel, Dark Crystal, Dawn of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead Remake and Land of the Dead, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Dead Heat, Deadpool, Death Spa, The Deer Hunter, Delirious, Demolition Man, The Departed, Despicable Me, Despicable Me 2. I have a 3-year-old daughter, by the way, so a lot of these like kids films are for her. The Devil's Rejects, Dick Tracy, the Die Hard collection with Die Hard, Die Hard 2, Die Hard with a Vengeance, and Live for Your Die Hard. The Dirt Bike Kid, District 9, Django, Django Unchained, Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood, Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. 2 really big titles next to each other. Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Dracula, Drive, Driving Miss Daisy, Dumb and Dumber and the Mask, Dune, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Edge of Tomorrow, Edward Scissorhands, Empire Records, Elf, The Entity, The Equalizer, Eraser, Ernest Goes to Camp and Camp Nowhere, Ernest Scared Stupid, Evil Dead the Remake, The Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, Ash vs. Evil Dead television series, Evil Speak, Ex Machina, The Exorcist, The Exorcist Anthology, Eyes Wide Shut, The Faculty, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Fargo, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Fight Club, The Fighter, Final Exam, The Final Girls, The Final Terror, Firestarter, Fletch, Forrest Gump, The Flintstones, The Fly, Frankenhooker, Frankenstein, Fright Night, Freak, The French Connection, Friday, From Dusk Till Dawn, From Up on Poppy Hill, Full Metal Jacket, Fury, Gangs of New York, The Ghost of Mr. Chicken, Ghostbusters 1 and 2, Ghoulies 1 and 2, The Godfather Trilogy, Goodfellas, The Goonies, my favorite movie of all time, Graduation Day, The Grand Budapest Hotel, Gravity, Grease, The Great Gatsby, The Great Outdoors, The Great Race, The Green Inferno, Gremlins, Gremlins 2, The New Batch, Grindhouse, which has got Planet Terror and Death Proof, The Guardian, Guardians of the Galaxy, The Guest, The Guyver, Halloween, The Complete Collection, The Hangover, The Hangover 2, Hardcore Henry, Harry and the Hendersons, Harry Potter Complete Collection, Hatchet, The Hateful Eight, Heat, Heathers, Heavyweights, Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, Her, Highlander, Highway to Hell, The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies, Hocus Pocus, Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, another one signed by Fred Olen Ray, Home Alone 1 and 2, The Holy Mountain, Hook, Hotel Transylvania, Hotel Transylvania 2, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, How the Grinch Stole Christmas live action, How to Murder Your Wife, Howard the Duck, Howl's Moving Castle, The Howling 2, Hurt Locker, I Know What You Did Last Summer, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, I Love You Man, I Saw the Devil, I Spit on Your Grave, Idle Hands, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, In the Mouth of Madness, Inception, Independence Day, Indian in the Cupboard, Indiana Jones, The Complete Adventures, all 4 films, Inglourious Bastards, Inner Space, Interstellar, Into the Wild, Intruder, It Follows, It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, It's a Wonderful Life, Invaders from Mars, Jackie Brown, Jaws, Jeepers Creepers, John Carter, Johnny B. Good, Jumanji, Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, Karate Kid 1 and 2, Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2, Killer Workout, Kindergarten Cop, King Kong, Kingpin, Krampus, Crawl, La Bamba, Labyrinth, Land Before Time, The Last Dragon, The Last House on the Left, The Last Starfighter, The Last Unicorn, Legend, The Legend of Billie Jean, The Lego Movie, Leon the Professional, Leprechaun, The Complete Movie Collection, License to Drive, The Little Rascals, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, Lord of the Rings, the original animated classic, The Lords of Salem, The Lost Boys, Love at First Bite and Once Bitten, Lucas, Lupin the Third, The Castle of Cagliostro, Madman, Mad Max, Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, Mad Max Fury Road, Major League, Manhunter, Maniac, Maniac Cop, Maniac Cop 2, Mannequin, Mary Poppins, The Master, Masters of the Universe, The Matrix, Menace to Society, Miami Connection, Minions, Minority Report, Miracle on 34th Street, Monsters, The Money Pit, The Monster Squad, Moonrise Kingdom, Mortuary, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, Mrs. Doubtfire, My Bloody Valentine, My Boyfriend's Back, My Cousin Vinny, My Science Project, The Muppets, Muppets from Space, Near Dark, Nail Gun Massacre, Natural Born Killers, Nebraska, Neon Maniacs, Never Sleep Again, Elm Street Legacy, The Never-Ending Story, The New York Ripper, The Night Before, Night of the Creeps, Night of the Living Dead, Nightmare, Nightmare on Elm Street, The Complete Collection, Nightmares, Nightmare City, Ninja 3, The Domination, No Country for Old Men, Nosferatu, Oblivion, October Sky, The Omen Collection, Only God Forgives, Over the Top, Overboard, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Pet Sematary, Pete's Dragon, Phantasm, Phantasm 2, Pieces, The Place Beyond the Pines, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Planet of the Apes, Platoon, Point Break, Poltergeist, Ponyo, Porky's, Predator, Predator 2, Predators, Princess Bride, Princess Mononoke, Prisoners, Prom Night, Prometheus, Pulp Fiction, Puppet Master, Puppet Master 2, Puppet Master 3, Pumpkinhead, Pumpkinhead 2, Purple Rain, Raging Bull, The Raid 2, Raising Arizona, Rambo Collection, all 4 Rambo films, Ran, Rango, Raw Force, Reanimator, Red Dawn, Red Scorpion, Reservoir Dogs, Requiem for a Dream, Return to Oz, The Revenant, Revenge of the Nerds, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, the RoboCop trilogy, The Rocketeer, Rocky the Heavyweight Collection, so all of the Rocky films, Ronin, Rudy, The Running Man, Salem's Lot, The Sandlot, The Santa Claus, Savage Streets, Saving Mr. Banks, Saving Private Ryan, Saw the Complete Collection, Say Anything, Schindler's List, Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, Scream 1, 2, and 3, Scrooged, The Secret World of Arrietty, Seven, The Shallows, The Shawshank Redemption, Shaun of the Dead, The Shining, Shock 'em Dead, Shockwaves, Short Circuit 2, Sideways, The Silence of the Lambs, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Ski School, Slaughterhouse, Slumber Party Massacre, The Sound of Music, Space Jam, Spaceballs, Spaced Invaders, Spirited Away, Stage Fright, Stand By Me, Star Trek, Star Trek Into Darkness, Star Wars The Complete Saga, Star Wars The Force Awakens, Stargate, Starman, Strange Brew, Street Trash, Suicide Squad, Sun, Sand, and Sweat. This has got Private Resort, Perfect, Hard Bodies, and Spring Break, Sunshine, The Swiss Family Robinson, Tango and Cash, Taxi Driver, Teen Wolf, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trilogy, Tenebrae, The Terminator, T2, Judgment Day, TerrorVision and the Video Dead, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, There Will Be Blood, The Thing, that's the prequel, The Third Man, This is Spinal Tap, Three Amigos, Titanic, To Kill a Mockingbird, To Live and Die in LA, Top Gun, Total Recall, the original, Tourist Trap, The Town, The Toxic Avenger, Toxic Avenger Part 2, Toxic Avenger Part 3, The Last Temptation of Toxie, Toxic Avenger 4, Citizen Toxie, Training Day, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, Trick or Treat, Troll 2, Tron, Tron Legacy, True Grit, Two Evil Eyes, Uncle Buck, Unforgiven, The Untouchables, Urban Legend, The Usual Suspects, National Lampoon's Vacation, European Vacation, Christmas Vacation, and Vegas Vacation, Vampires, The Vengeance trilogy with Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, Old Boy, and Lady Vengeance. War Games. The Warriors. Watchmen. Wayne's World. Wayne's World 2. Weekend at Bernie's. We're Back. West Side Story. Where the Wild Things Are. Whiplash. Whisper of the Heart. White Christmas. White Men Can't Jump. Who Framed Roger Rabbit. The Wind Rises. Willow. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The Witch. Witchboard. The Wizard of Oz. The Wolfman. The Wolf of Wall Street. Young Frankenstein. Zodiac. And Zombie. Alright, so this little section here is going to be the rest of my Arrow video collection. I think there was a couple in the alphabetized portion, but we've got Phenomena, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, The Fun House, The House by the Cemetery, Blood Rage, The Mutilator, The Beast Within, Life Force, The Burbs, The Exterminator, The Stuff, The People Under the Stairs, Hell Comes to Frogtown, The Beyond, Big Trouble in Little China, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Demons and Demons 2, Inferno, The King of New York, The Bride of a Reanimator. This is a Hellraiser trilogy. Society, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. And here's where I keep all of my other Scream Factories. I know you saw a few in the alphabetized collection, but you know, if they put out a movie that is part of a franchise that might have, you know, the other films released by a different company, I'll throw them in the alphabetized collection. You saw that with like Mad Max and Pumpkinhead and stuff. And then also, you know, my collector's editions I kind of like to keep here. Right now they're being overlooked by Patrick Bateman and Pumpkinhead. But yeah, let's get into it. Sleepaway Camp, Sleepaway Camp 2, Sleepaway Camp 3, Motel Hell, The Burning, From Beyond, Night of the Comet. This one has a tear on the slipcover, so I have to flip it around. Amazon, right? The Fog, Escape from New York, Dolls, Terror Train, They Live, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Prince of Darkness, Night of the Demons, Class of 1984, Dark Man, Day of the Dead, Nightbreed, The Return of the Living Dead, Black Christmas, Carrie, Child's Play, The Thing, Village of the Damned, Tales from the Crypt, Bordello of Blood, and Demon Knight, Shocker, The Serpent and the Rainbow, and the Garbage Pail Kids movie. Also want to quickly mention that I have the Goonies box set, as well as the Friday the 13th Blu-ray collection tin. He's being guarded by all of his action figures. Alright, so here are my Disney Pixar films. Toy Story, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, Finding Nemo, Finding Dory, Inside Out, Brave, Monsters Inc., Monsters University, The Incredibles, WALL-E, Cars, A Bug's Life, Ratatouille, Up, The Good Dinosaur, Frozen, Zootopia, Wreck-It Ralph, Planes, Big Hero 6, Tangled,
101 Dalmatians, The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad and Fun and Fancy Free, Aladdin, Alice in Wonderland, Bambi, Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, Dumbo, Fantasia and Fantasia 2000, Hercules, Frankenweenie, James and the Giant Peach, The Jungle Book, Lady and the Tramp, The Lion King, The Little Mermaid, Mickey's Christmas Carol, Oliver and Company, Peter Pan, Pinocchio, The Princess and the Frog, Robin Hood, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, The Sword and the Stone, Sleeping Beauty, Tarzan, and The Rescuers and The Rescuers Down Under. And lastly here, my Criterion collection. I'm not going to go through the DVDs, but you can kind of look at which ones I got. 12 Angry Men, The 39 Steps, The Blob, Bottle Rocket, The Brood, Charade, City Lights, Crumb, The Darjeeling Limited, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, The Great Dictator, Harry Carey, Harold and Maude, The Hidden Fortress, High and Low, House, The Killing, The Lady Vanishes, The Life Aquatic, The Man Who Knew Too Much, Modern Times, Paris, Texas, Paths of Glory, Rashomon, Rosemary's Baby, Royal Tenenbaums, Rushmore, Time Bandits, Foreign Correspondent, Godzilla, The Night of the Hunter, On the Waterfront, Repo Man, Scanners, Sancho the Bailiff, Seven Samurai, Videodrome, and Yojimbo and Senjuro. So yeah, that's the complete collection. I appreciate you guys all checking it out. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you are interested in checking out my other videos, I do a lot of like Blu-ray collection updates. I'm just showing off my movie and toy collection. So yeah, thanks again, guys.